What's up, trainers? Today I'm going to teach you guys how to find any shiny 6 IV Pokemon in Sword and Shield. Hey everyone, Professor Bodie here, and thanks so much for dropping by. If you're new here, we do a lot of Pokemon tips and tricks, so be sure to quick attack that subscribe button. And if you have any questions, just hit us up in the comments. Alright, now let's talk about 6 IV shiny Pokemon. This method is very similar to my 6 IV Ditto guide. So if you're familiar with that, you shouldn't have any problems with this. First, you're gonna need a Nintendo Online, the modern phone or computer with an internet browser, and a handful of wishing pieces. So first, you're gonna want to identify the Pokemon you want. Let's go with shiny GMAX Charizard. So here I am on Cerebi.net. And here you can find a list of max rate battle dens where your Pokemon can appear. I'm looking for a shiny GMAX Charizard, so let's go check out this one, Den 53. And nope, this is not the one. So let's go check out this Den 77. And yeah, this is where we can find our GMAX Charizard. Alright, so now that we've identified the den that we want to go to, at the bottom of the page you can find a picture of where the den is. So this current den is by the bunch of stone pillars in the Lake of Outrage. So let's go head on over there and find a shiny GMAX Charizard. So we want to head over here. I'm going to head on over to Hammerlock Hill since it's right beside Lake of Outrage. Now I'm going to go buy some wishing pieces from this guy. 5 should be safe. Cool. If you're running low on watts, please check out this video over here on the upper right hand corner. It'll teach you how to get an endless supply of watts, so check that out. And this is the GMAX Charizard Den. Let's go compare that to the image in Cerebi.net. Lines up perfectly. And it says we're looking for the purple beam. If we throw in a wishing piece now, 2 things can happen. We could either get a common den or a rare den. Common dens are the red beams that come out. Rare dens are the purple beams that come out. Okay, so how do we get a purple beam? First, you want to harvest all the watts from the raid den. Now that you've sucked all the life from that den, head on over to options. If you're doing this for the first time, I suggest setting your text speed to slow. And make sure your autosave is set to off. Now save your game. Once we're back here, press A, throw a wishing piece. So press A again. At this point, you want to get ready to press the home button, because after tapping A here, we're going to watch the den and see if red or purple light comes out. If you see a glimmer of red, immediately tap the home button. What I like to do is after tapping A, I wait 3 beats and then press home no matter what. Let's go try that. A, 1, 2, 3, home. Did you catch that? For a split second, I saw that red beam come out, so I pressed home immediately. Since we're looking for the purple beam, I'll go close this game and try again. So here we're back. If you did things right, you should end up with an empty raid den. If not, you're gonna end up with a red beam. If you end up here, just go on over to another raid den and activate it with a wishing piece. This will deactivate the GMAX Charizard den. Now we can start all over. So here we're back. Let's go throw another wishing piece into the den. The game autosaves when the den activates. So if we get a red den, we want to reset before the game saves. So press A, 1, 2, 3, home. It was a red den again, so let's keep trying until we get a purple beam.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
And finally, we have a purple beam. Change your text speed back to fast and save your game. And now take note that this 5-star Salazzle is our first frame. This could be any star Pokemon from this den. It could be 3 or 4 stars. Right now it's a 5-star den, doesn't really matter. And the species, Pokemon species, doesn't matter. Even though we're looking for a GMAX Charizard, this is the only den you can find the GMAX Charizard. So now we want to find the RNG seed of our den. To do that, we gotta catch the Pokemon in this frame. But what's an RNG seed?
Bruh.
Basically, it's a value that helps create a seemingly random list of Pokemon for your raid. But since it's not really random, we could use the seed to figure out the entire list of our raid. To get the RNG seed for the raid den, we first gotta catch this Pokemon. Alright, now we've caught our Salazzle. Just make sure you know where your Pokemon is. My Salazzle's in my party. Next, you want to head on over to this website. To do that, open up your internet browser on your phone or your computer and type in 116.202.105.91. I'll leave this link in the description. This will take you to the Doodoo Bot website. So basically you want to trade the Pokemon you just caught with this Doodoo Bot. Once you do that, Doodoo Bot will output the RNG seed associated with your den. Now connect to the internet and try to set up a link trade with Doodoo. The current link code is 9162. Let me just input that. A few thousand people are also trying to connect to Doodoo Bot. So timing is crucial. After putting in the code, wait for Doodoo to start searching. Once it does, spam the A button until you're searching as well. It normally takes about 15 minutes to connect to Doodoo. When you find Doodoo, give it the Pokemon you caught in the den. It will then spit out your RNG seed on the website. Save your seed and keep it handy. Now close your game and make sure not to save. Now boot up the game, and if you did everything right, the den should still be active. Next, open up your browser. Head on over to leany.github.io/seedchecker/index.html. I'll leave the link in the description down below. Now, based on our raid seed, this website can generate all the Pokemon in our raid den. Now that we're here, let's go click on the Lake of Outrage. Den 98 is the Charizard den. So you want to pick a rare, and as you can see, there's a GMAX Charizard here. And for that, choose the game you're using. I'm currently using Shield. Now you're going to want to put the seed that we got from Doodoo Bot. Put this thing right here. Start frame. Let's try 10,000. 10,000 is optimistic. So, if you're just looking for a normal shiny, all you gotta do is hit that bad boy, search for the next shiny frames, leave these blank, and you will be able to find a shiny GMAX Charizard in about 1,000 frames. Quick shout out to Jesse Shippers for this tip. Disregard the date column in this website. Don't mind it at all. But today we're looking for a shiny GMAX 6 IV Charizard. So we gotta add a few more steps. Head on over here. Well, you want it to be 31, 31, 31, 31, 31, 31. For a perfect 6 IV Charizard, you want to make all these stats 31. And if you're looking for a Trick Room Pokemon, just set the speed to 0. So let's click on Search Shiny Frames here. And no results were found in the next 10,000 frames. So what we gotta do is reset the den. To reset your den, just go back into the game, chuck a wishing piece into another raid den, and go back to the Charizard den. And we got to do the Doodoo sequence all over again. And now we're gonna look for another rare den, and I'll get back to you guys once I find that.
A few minutes later.
Now that we've reset the rare raid den, let's go check out the seed again. So we want to catch this 5-star Slazzle again. Remember, it doesn't have to be a 5-star, it could be a 3 or 4-star. As long as you're in the right den and it's the right beam, doesn't matter. Just catch that Pokemon and do the seed check again. I'll go catch this guy and let's find out its seed.
Moments later.
Do another seed check. So we're back here at the Leany seed checker. Let's go input the right den, that's 98. Rarity, pretty rare. Game Shield, and the Pokemon is, I'm looking for GMAX Charizard. I'm gonna chuck in my new seed. This is the new seed I got. Actually, this is like the 4th time I've reset the den. The 4th or 5th time I've reset the den. Hopefully this is the one. Let's go check 10,000 frames again. 31, 31, 31, 31, 31, 31. We're looking for the perfect shiny GMAX Charizard. This is what you have to do. Let's go search for the next shiny frames. Oh, cool. There you go. Yeah, within 5,000 advances, 4,841 advances to be exact, we have a shiny, star shiny, 31, 31, 31, 31, 31, perfect, quiet-natured, female with hidden ability, GMAX Charizard. We gotta make 4,841 advances from today. First, go back to your Switch and reset your game. And now that you're here, we need to move the system date 4,841 days from today. Because every day, the Pokemon that's in the den changes. So tomorrow might be a Growlithe, the next day might be a Charizard, or Heatmore, or Tarkle, doesn't matter. Each day will be a different Pokemon. And to get to the GMAX Charizard that we want, with the perfect GMAX Charizard, we want to move up 4,841 days. So, the next thing we want to do is calculate that. But first, let's go to the system settings. Make sure you go down to system, go to date and time. Make sure your clock is not synced via the internet, so make sure it's off. So we go back to the Lini website. Go back to your browser, go copy the number of advances. Let's open up a date calculator. Date calculator on Google. Let's open up the first link. Now that we're here, our starting day is whatever your system date says. In my case, it's the 14th of May. So 14th of May 2020. And we want to add 4,841 days. Let's go calculate that. Alright, we gotta head on over to August 15th of 2033. August 15th, 2033. Exactly the same here. But, however, we don't want to get the exact date because time traveling could cause a few problems.
Great Scott!
So let's go make it 4,800 just to be safe. You know, for sure mistakes are gonna happen. So let's just add a little buffer of 40 days. If you're doing this for the first time, you might want to add more buffers. Yeah, maybe 100 days, 1,000 days, and then just do another seed check at that point. For this video, I'm going to do a 40-day buffer, and let's go calculate the new date. So my new target date is July 5, 2033. Yeah, let's go do that. How do we switch days on the Switch? Okay, it's not as easy as just moving up and down, changing the date to July 2033. No, it's not gonna work that way. Let's head back. First, we gotta activate a glitch. And here's how you do that. Make sure you're out of the raid, press Y, and connect to the internet. Now start a link battle. Once you're matched up with an opponent, hold the home button and activate sleep mode or flight mode. You want to get disconnected from your opponent. Now we've activated the time skip glitch. So from here we can head down over to system settings, go all the way down to system, go to date and time, make sure synchronized clock via internet is off. Then head down to date and time and move up the date by 1 day. Now you can double tap the home button to get back to the game. If you did it properly, you should be able to harvest watts from the den. And if you check the raid, it should be a different Pokemon. This time we got a 4-star Slazzle. Let's try that again and advance the raid by 1 more day. Now I'm gonna make sure I'm outside the raid, go back to system settings, go down to system, date and time, and move up the date by 1 day. Let's head back to the game and harvest the watts. And if you check the raid, it's a 3-star Heatmore. Now let's exit the raid. Now that the date skipping glitch is active, so now let's advance the Switch's system date to our target date. In my case, it's July 5, 2033. To do that, simply go to System Settings, System, Date and Time, and we have to do this one by one. So this is counted as one day, it's counted as another day, and so on until we reach July 5, 2033. If you try moving up by months in advance and years and hit OK, that's just gonna count as one frame forward, so just one day. It doesn't take into account the number of years you put.
Time doesn't work that way.
So best not to do that. Move it up one day at a time. And I highly suggest saving every month if you're doing it for the first time. If you've been doing it for a while, save every 6 months. Because if you do this too fast, sometimes the game can crash.
Great Scott!
If the system crashes before you save the game, you lose all your work so far. So it's always better to be safe than sorry. So I highly recommend saving as much as you can. Saving at this point will not affect your progress whatsoever. And let's go double check if the watts are still working. Yep, energy's still coming out of them. They got an Arcanine this time. And from here, just go back to system settings and keep changing dates.
Many hours later.
Alright, so if we go check our time and date, our date calculator, we have reached our target date, Tuesday, July 5, 2033. And hope you guys have been saving. I saved every year. I've been doing this for a while, so I saved every year. If you guys are just starting out, I suggest saving every month or every 6 months. Let's go hop back into the game. From here you can save. And let's see what we got. Let's go catch this 5-star Slazzle. So at this point I want to just double check the seed and just to see where we are. Let's go catch this guy. Do another seed check. Let's go back to the Leany seed checker. Then 98. Rare. Shield. And looking for GMAX Charizard. Pop in our new seed. Let's go. We should be within 40 frames, so let's do 50. And let's type 31, 31, 31, 31, 31, 31. Let's go search for the next shiny frames. And yeah, we were just 2 off. Yeah, this is a shiny, perfect female GMAX Charizard. This is the same one we've been looking for. And it's only 42 advances away. That's just over a month away. Let's go head back to our date calculator. Let's go check our system clock so we can set our start date. First, go back to your Switch and reset your game. And over system settings, system, date and time. System clock says July 5, 2033. Let's change that to 5th of July 2033, and we want to add 42 days to that. Based on this, we just need 42 advances, so we add 42 days. Alright, cool. But from here we want to add another buffer because once if we had straight on over to this new target date, August 16, it might not be a GMAX Charizard. It will be a perfect Pokemon, but may not be the GMAX Charizard. So in order to control that, we want to end up somewhere at least 4 frames before this. I'm gonna go for 6. go for 6 frames before this, just to be extra paranoid and to be extra safe. Because with this method, you can only move forward in time. If we somehow end up here on the 17th or 18th, there's no way to turn back time.
Think about it. If you travel to the past, that past becomes your future. And your former present becomes the past, which can't now be changed by your new future.
Exactly.
So it's very important that we save somewhere before the target date. Let's go target August 11 as our target date, just to be safe, because we don't want to overshoot this. Okay, let's activate the date skipping glitch. Open up livecom and connect to the internet by pressing plus. Start a link battle. So singles. Now we found an opposing trader. I'm gonna head to sleep mode by holding down the home button. And now that we got our date skipping glitch activated, let's go hop on over to August 11 based on our target. If this is our target, we want to be 6 frames away. So 6 days away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's go with August 11. Hop on over to August 11. Alright, now that we're here, head back to the game. You want to save that. And let's go do one more C check. I'm gonna go fight this heat more and do a C check. Let's go send him to Doodoo. Do another seed check. Let's go back to the Leany seed checker. Plug in the seed. So this is the Heatmore seed. Switch it to rare. Shield. Looking for a GMAX Charizard. This is our new seed, and it should be within 10 frames. Okay, perfect. Charizard. There you go. Alright, we gotta do 5 advances. This is still the same Charizard that we've been looking for. And now it's only 5 advances away.
Now let's go back to the Switch and reset our game.
Alright, now I gotta show you guys something. We can do the slow method of moving up frames.
To do that, open up the raid and invite others. Go into system settings and move up the date by 1. Then go back into the game and exit the raid.
Take note of this Heatmore. Since we saved the game, this Heatmore is locked in. And the next 2 Pokemon will also be locked in. That's how the game works. You'll see that in a minute. And the next Pokemon
is an Arcanine.
Let's change the date again. So let's invite others. Move up the date by 1. Those. So just remember this Arcanine. And this Slazzle. So we have Heatmore, Arcanine, and Slazzle. Those 3 Pokemon will be locked in no matter what we do. And let's go move up another day. Another Heatmore. So from here on, these guys will be changing. But let's go ahead on to the 5th. Okay, Charmeleon. Find others. And this next frame should be the shiny frame. This guy is a shiny. Let's go check him out. Yep. That is a shiny Heatmore. Alright, so now that we know that we are just 5 advances from the shiny frame, how do we turn this Heatmore into a Charizard? That is pretty simple. Just keep rolling until we find a Charizard. But let's go close the game, since that's not the Pokemon we want. Open it up.
So here's our current setup. Our first 3 frames are locked in. The Heatmore, the Arcanine, and the Slazzle. As you can see, frames 4, 5, and 6 are all random Pokemon. And the other shiny frame here on frame 6. Now, in order to save time, we can move the shiny frame to the 4th frame of our save state. To do that, so what we want to do is save our game on the Slazzle frame, and once we do that, this is going to happen. We're going to say goodbye to Heatmor and Arcanine. Slazzle will be in our 1st frame, our 2nd Pokemon will get locked in, our 3rd Pokemon will get locked in, and our 4th Pokemon will be in the shiny frame. It will still be a random Pokemon, and we'll be able to keep re-rolling this until we get a shiny GMAX Charizard. Let's move up the date. Let's advance by 2 and save there. So let's do this the slow way. Advance 1. And advance 1 more.
So at this point, the shiny frame is just 3 advances away.
And we want to save at this point. So from here, we got Slazzle. Our new first 3 Pokemon will be Slazzle. Move up the date. And an Arcanine. And a Torkoal. So those are our first 3 Pokemon. Next one, we want the 4th one to be a Charizard. If it's not a Charizard, all you gotta do is reset the game and try again. Nope. Slazzle, all you gotta do is close the game and reset. So we want to do this until we find a Charizard.
Much later.
And you'll eventually end up with your perfect 6 IV GMAX Pokemon. This is a great way to catch shiny Pokemon in whatever ball you want. You have a 100% chance of catching the Pokemon in whatever ball, as long as you're the raid host. If you host this for others, on the other hand, they may have a significantly harder time catching this. And let's go see if this guy is the perfect shiny GMAX. There he is. And yeah. There you go.
If you've got any questions, just drop a comment and I'll get back to you. If this video helped you out, I'd appreciate it if you dropped a sub, a like, and a comment. Thank you guys so much for watching, I really appreciate it, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video and on our streams. Big shout out to Hamburger with a Phone for being the first person to comment on our last video.